Chapter 31, Clones. You are listening at Novelfold.audio. After the God Valley incident, the world government tried its best to cover up the incident. Although there were still many remnants of rocks active in the sea, they seemed to have a tacit understanding and did not mention the past too much. The pirates still disturbed the sea. The legend of the hero Garp spread in the navy, but rocks and God Valley were forgotten by the world. Even the previous newspapers and bounties were confiscated and destroyed. In the sea where information flow is not fast, the effect of doing so is still very significant, but Vegapunk is the ability of the brain fruit. This fruit gives Vegapunk the ability to remember everything. He recognized his identity at a glance and explained his identity to Orlan. I know, he was originally a member of the Rocks Pirates. You actually know Rocks. Vegapunk did not mention Bakin's original identity because it was meaningless. He didn't expect that Orlan would directly point it out. He thought that Orlan, who lived in the South China Sea, didn't know about this kind of thing at all. Everyone has secrets, punk. This little thing is not important. I know more than you think. What she wants to do is the key. You too, I have been waiting for you for a long time. It is not very polite to let the lady wait outside like this. Seeing that the real owner has arrived, Ba Jin also stood up. As MADS entered the Grand Line, Du Field also began to use his connections to promote the charity organization he funded. Orlan and Vegapunk also became famous, although it has not been popularized yet. Some people who pay attention to this matter have heard of them. You who suddenly appeared on the ship are the impolite ones. We have no intersection before. What do you want to do? Let me introduce myself first. I am Ba Jin Gam Stussy. I am also interested in scientific research. This time I come here to entrust a project to you. But this is not the place to talk. If it is convenient, let's go in and talk. Looking at the researchers on the deck, Ba Jin pointed to the cabin on the side, which seemed to have some secrets. Seeing Bakin's insistence, Vegapunk and Orlan looked at each other and then agreed to her request. MADS was able to sail on the Grand Line until now, not relying on Du Field's face. The lone shark king of the underground world sounds very famous, but pirates are a group of lawless guys. The top pirates will not make things too difficult for Du Field considering the transaction issues in their own territory, but ordinary pirates are different. As long as the benefits are enough, there is nothing they dare not rob. MADS relies on its own technological weapons to sail smoothly. Compared with the open space of the deck, the interior of the cabin can better play their technological achievements. Especially the things that Caesar and Quinn focus on can play a powerful role in confined spaces. You two are both famous scientists, so I won't beat around the bush. I heard about your experiment on Roslyn Island not long ago, a cloned sheep. There is no doubt that this is a huge scientific advancement, and I came here today to ask you to help me clone a human. The cloning experiment was a project that MADS successfully published in the past. Ba Jin had a similar idea, but she didn't have the ability to put it into practice, so she found Orlan and others to complete the project. I also know a little about science. This is the sample I prepared. Theoretically, it is enough to complete the cloning. Compared with the people in MADS, Ba Jin's scientific research ability is undoubtedly insufficient, but the average education level in the sea is very different. Compared with most people, Ba Jin's level is still enough. At least she has her own ideas and has made some preparations. Whose sample is this? Looking at what Ba Jin took out of the special box, Vegapunk was very curious about what made her come here on purpose. This is a private secret of the lady. It's the DNA of the person I love deeply. It's a pity. Barkingdom Stussy, a former member of the Rocks Pirates, do you think we will believe this nonsense? Tell me what your purpose is, otherwise there is no need for us to talk. Seeing that barking looked like a bluff, Vegapunk directly exposed her identity and activated the defense system in the cabin. He was not so easy to let down his guard against barking. The current situation did not make barking panic. Since the other party chose to talk, there was still room for negotiation. Since you have come here, you must have made a decision. If you can't be open and honest, there is really no possibility of cooperation between us. Concealment will not bring you any benefits, Miss Barking. Olan persuaded Barking in a more gentle tone. If he ignored the weapon in his hand, the effect might be better. Well, you should have heard of him. The owner of this DNA is Whitebeard, Edward Newgate. Since you know that I was once a member of that pirate group, you should know that Whitebeard was also a member of them, and I am the woman he loves most, so there is absolutely no problem with this DNA. After the Rocks pirates disbanded, Bakeen and Whitebeard traveled together for a while, but later separated for various reasons. Bakeen, who was extremely obsessed with money, faced Whitebeard, who valued his family more and was not interested in treasures, and eventually had a difference of ideas, but Whitebeard can still stand on his own without Rocks and become the new overlord of the sea. But Bakeen doesn't have this ability. In the end, she came up with this idea. She wanted a new Whitebeard who completely obeyed her and whose strength was no less than Whitebeard. Olan, what do you think? Human cloning, this step we will take sooner or later, cloning a powerful pirate, this is a good challenge. I have no objection, but how to pay the reward? This will cost a lot of energy and time, I won't work in vain. Bakeen wanted to save money on the grounds that this was a rare new project. After all, she valued money, but she failed in the end. Even if Orlan was not here, Vegapunk would not work in vain. Even with Dewfield's funding, money alone could not impress them. What do you want? I want you. What? Hearing what Vegapunk said, Bakeen was shocked, and then shouted angrily, I am the woman Whitebeard loves the most. If you really do that, he will definitely kill you. What are you thinking? I want your blood. I think your personality is very interesting, so I plan to make another clone with you as a sample. Hearing this, Bakeen breathed a sigh of relief. It's just some blood and it's not worth much. This can barely be considered a free ride, but Vegapunk immediately re-strengthened her. Olan, I don't want anything else. Do you want to raise any more prices? Don't worry, Miss Bakeen, I'm not interested in your money either. I only want two things, the domineering way of cultivation, and the DNA of your former companion, Charlotte Linlin.